And welcome back to Outro Productions. Today, we have another theory. Now, the theory we're going to go over today is what will happen in A Quiet Place Part 3. Now, as I previously stated in my other theory video about why the feral people are the way they are, I believe that's going to be answered in A Quiet Place Part 3, as now many people know about the aliens' weaknesses. So they're probably definitely gonna explore that, and probably in the meantime, they're gonna come across these pods again, and they're gonna examine and understand what happens. Now that the people of the islands know how to kill these death angels using the broadcast system in A Quiet Place Part 2, they're probably going to use it, and we're going to see a whole bunch of new survivors, like new faces in the universe, and all across the world, whether it's New York, whether it's LA, whether it's Shanghai, whatever. We're going to see a lot of these people get the frequencies, and they're going to use it against the Death Angels and take back their city. I do believe that's how A Quiet Place Part 3 will end, is, everything coming full circle and people of the world taking back their city. Now, since Eric was one of the people in A Quiet Place Day 1 that made it onto the boats with Henry, so he's definitely on the island. Now, I feel we're going to see him in A Quiet Place Part 3 as well. Even after the attack that happened on the island, I think he's still going to be alive. And I feel like he might enter Henry's house where he hid the kids last time and tell them it's okay, and probably be like the new father figure of those kids, since, Henry died in A Quiet Place Part 2. Emmett and Lee's daughter, I'm sorry, I keep forgetting the character's name, I'm so sorry, are probably going to meet up with Eric, going back to the island, or the little town that was on the island. They're probably all going to meet up, and they're going to talk. Eric's probably going to explain his story and show Lee's daughter, Sam's note that she left him at the end of A Quiet Place Day 1. And now, using the broadcast system, they're most likely going to go back to New York. Eric is going to be very hesitant and afraid, but Emmett is probably going to smack some sense into him, saying, it's either die here or die trying to take back the world. Something like that. I don't know. So they will go back to New York City, where Quiet Place Day 1 happened. They're going to go back through so many things that we saw in A Quiet Place Day 1, like the pizza place and all that. Eric is going to reminisce. And they're going to run through a lot of hordes of these monsters, and they're going to fight back. They're definitely going to answer the feral people. And honestly, I think that it's going to be a very heartwarming ending. It's going to wrap everything up. Part 1, 2, and 3, and Day 1. Everything will be wrapped up. And it's just going to be a full circle. They're going to meet back up with the Abbott family. And they're going to take back their world. Now, when that ends, A Quiet Place Part 3, when that ends, I don't believe that, we're going to continue with the Abbott family anymore. That their whole story is all wrapped up. And honestly, they could probably end the series right there. But you know how corporate is and all that stuff. And trust me, I want more Quiet Place movies, because I love these things. And I want to make one myself. But I think they're gonna go off of like when we see the different survivors around the world taking back their land, their city. Paramount will probably be like, "Oh, let's choose these people for our next movie," and honestly, it could work. Personally, I would like to see day one on Shanghai and New Mexico, which are the confirmed cities that were also hit, as well as New York. I want to see how they act in the winter, how they act under certain climates and mountains, high ranges, whatever the case may be. There's still so much we need to learn about these monsters. Um, but yeah, they're going to use the broadcast around the world. People are going to pick it up and they're going to take back their city. Eric is going to become the new father figure for Henry's kids. Emmett, Lee's daughter, are going to meet up with Eric and meet up with the Abbott family back inland. They're going to take back New York, and I believe they're going to have like some memoriam about, Lee, and saying this is what he wanted. He would be so proud, something like that. And it's just going to be like them hugging and all that stuff, successfully taking back their land. And I believe that's how Quiet Place Part 3 may go. There's probably going to be a lot more to it, but the big parts I'm probably assuming. And then wherever, the story goes next, they cannot do a Part 4 because that would be terrible. It wouldn't make sense. It'd just be the same thing. But they will probably make another spin-off. I would enjoy another Day 1 or a sequel to Day 1, because we only go from, in the movie A Quiet Place Day 1, we only go from Day 1 to Day 4. There's still like 85 days left until we eventually get to Day 89 with the Abbott family. So there's still a lot more they can explore within those 85 days. But, and with the new game, A Quiet Place, The Road Ahead, we go from Day 1 to Day 105, and probably like the next week after that. And honestly, I'm intrigued about that. They could definitely explore a lot in that one. New things, and it looks like there's going to be new weather elements and how they react. Because we already know how the aliens react in water, but we don't know how they act in the summer, the winter. We know how they act in the fall with the crunchy leaves. But yeah, I really want to see them in the winter. So that's my theory. What do you guys think? Leave your comments down, and we'll see you in 2025 or 26, whenever Part 3 decides to come out. Alright, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.